My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Wildfrost. You cannot stop me from getting my 2-bell win. 2 bells, of course, here referring to the Dread Bell. Some enemies will be upgraded with charms and drop more bling. And the Horde Bell, reduced enemy wave counter, but you start with a crown. We have 3 different options here. Billish, which I think is the joiner of Billy and Eilish, her first and last names. Valva, which... please give Diatide. Gains +3 damage on kill, attacks every 4 turns, and then Tomdle, who is aimless but attacks with Frenzy 3. I'm kind of leaning towards Billish or Valva here. I really like the clunky guys. Attacking for 4 damage on a barrage of 4 is really powerful. Yeah, I'm taking Billish. Although, you're not going to be called Billish for long. You are now someone named Sean. Oh my god, it fit. I did not expect that it was going to. This is some card named Sean. I do definitely need something to tank for this unit. I do like Sneasel specifically for that as well. Lego. Burst Patel. Oh no, I got a crown! I could have put that on something. Well, I guess I gotta go on Sneasel. Right. The Grouchy up here can apply Demonize to a unit. Got it. Oh, I do have my Sunsong box here, and that would make me act fast enough as well as have enough damage for someone named Sean to kill Grouchy. And then for the next 2 rounds, I can just throw Gear Hammers at Wild Snoof. Sounds great to me. Oh, that gives me combo as well. Hell yeah. Okay, the Winter Worm just has +2 damage. Junkhead is excellent at blocking a Winter Worm. So I really don't feel compelled to act early. Also, we're 5 rounds away from the Winter Worm actually acting. Do I need Junkhead out yet? Or do I continue cycling, getting more of my Gear Hammers upgraded? I like the idea of upgrading the Gear Hammers. We've got Junkhead and Sunsong box here in the same hand as well, which I do like to see. Throw a Gear Hammer at the Goblin in the top line. Sneasel's currently threatening to kill that Goblin. I could use a Snow Zuka to try and keep the Goblin here for a longer period of time if I really want to take him out later. But I also like the idea of being able to use this Snow Zuka against someone who gets summoned soon. Alright, Sneasel, you take out that unit, I'll put a Junkhead down. There goes Goblin. We can use a Gear Hammer against the Winter Worm while I wait for another card that's worthy of the Giant Snow. In 4 turns' time? Kill both of them? I like it. I don't think there's any problems with that plan. I'm gonna Flask the Snow Knight. Ideally, I don't want Sneasel to attack here. So I throw Sneasel back, and then I use Snow Zuka. This is becoming harder and harder to manage. I'm not even going to Snow Zook, just going to reroll. So a large amount of this comes out of the fact that 3 on the counter. I'll draw an additional 1. And then in 3 turns' time, both Sneasel and someone named Sean will attempt to attack. And by then, I will have thrown 2 Gear Hammers at the Snow Knight, so I will kill all 3 of them in the same turn. I want to learn to be as greedy as I possibly can in these early fights, because this is exactly where you can afford it. Perfect. That'll be a 3 times combo. Decent amount of money, 67 coming out of the first. Oh, I'm playing Junkmancer! Finally, I'm in a situation where I can go to the Gnome Traveler. The Gnome Traveler can add junk to my deck, and I'll be like, cheers, bud, thanks. Appreciate it. Trigger when junk is destroyed, says the Blunder Tank. Oh, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Anytime I recycle, I love it. Sunlight Drum, count down your counter by 1 in Barrage. I do especially like that with a low counter on a unit that already has Barrage in its own strike. Definitely take that. Oh, it'd come with a junk? What? Oh no, it's come with a junk. Oh, that's so bad. I do not mind. Do I want to take an additional Pinkberry Juice? Pinkberry Juice for Sneasel is very powerful here. Thanks for the junk, buddy. Now I just need some units that recycle. BG! Applies 2 bomb, increases by 1 when hit. There's also a Blunky here that would actually be pretty good. Blunky just come back to hand constantly. Snuffle for applying 1 snow to all enemy units. I mean, between Junkhead and BG, I'd have 2 frontliners very effectively. Are either of these better in synergy with junk than the other? Not to a degree that I'm super aware of at this point in time, unfortunately. I'm gonna take BG. Let's just go. Time to learn more about that unit. Speaking of learn more about that unit, I think BG should probably be the one with the crown. So, Sneasel, I demote thee. Lego. I do have junk in my opening hand, good to see. Definitely intend to get Junkhead to take the first hit from the Uber Bear here. Pinkberry Juice on BG as well. A Sunsong box, probably on someone named Sean. None of these need to happen much earlier than any of the rest of them. Pinkberry on BG. Junkhead blocks bottom. There's no way for me to slow someone named Sean down to the point that I can wait until after this spawn. Unfortunately. It's also very important that I try and avoid getting too much frost on characters of mine. Maybe I'm getting BG to have damage as well as apply the damage. Just doesn't make sense for someone named Sean to act faster this round. It doesn't help them at all. The additional damage is very good for being able to push through additional lines of enemies. Actually, no, I've come back around the other side. Now someone named Sean does need it. Yeah, the barrage countdown rather is not necessary at the moment. Snow Gobbler on the top line, attempting to attack for 3. I could block that with the Junkhead, but that is also a lot of junk. Maybe I want Sneasel up there on the top line, starting to block. Drawing additional cards as well. So ideally I want to cycle through this deck to get back to Sunsong Box as soon as possible for the sake of increasing the damage of someone named Sean to be able to wipe out the entire top line at the exact same time. In order to set that up better, I require a... Freeze of the Goblin, maybe? Yeah, I think I do. I want money. I freeze the Goblin. You'll only take 5 damage on the bottom line, but get the ability to apply 2 bomb instead. I cycle. Sneasel doesn't actually need to attack on the top line, though. Unfortunately, I did get to the faster attack. But it's not especially going to help us. Unless I cycle again this turn. I think this is worth it. And here's my reasoning. I now Sunsong someone named Sean, and they murdered the entire enemy team on the top line. Three times combo. Also, let's not forget that one of those enemies was the thing that it was. A goblin, so we also got additional money there. I could put Sneasel out front, give them additional health right now. They would take out the Frostinger in response. I kind of love that. Murder. Oh no! One short, right, of course, because of the frost from the enemy. Makes sense. I mean, I do want to put the Blunder Tank out as well, but that really does come down to a single attack. So maybe there is a better way of navigating that. Factually, I think I've already found it. And again, it is cycle. So someone named Sean will burn through all targets on field here. Sorry, the Frostinger and the Uber Bear at least. And then BG will get to apply a giant debuff to Bumbo. I take 3 damage, but this is good enough to live. We do it. Could I try and set up a kill on both of these at the same time? Maybe. Maybe. It'd be kind of difficult, admittedly. 3-turn timer after that. If I count down on the top line, so BG applies 4 to you. That puts you out of sync with... This is all for 5 more that I'm currently looking at. No, I'm gonna end the fight. Ooh, maybe the Snow Gobbler would have dropped some, actually. Maybe it wasn't just 5 more. I see. Interesting. Top line is very, 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 very interesting. So is the bottom, actually. The Shade Sculptor is currently threatening to duplicate a card in our deck, and I use the words advisedly because I don't know if I want any of these duplicated just yet. A second Sunsong box in the base deck, considering the Blunder Tank and the presence of junk in the base deck, does make some sense. If I could get a charm on it that was relevant, makes even more sense. I convinced myself. Oops. I don't need more junk, but Nom and Stompy, whenever a card is destroyed, count down your counter by 1 is just very good and very large. Alright, Charm, please be relevant. I want you to be on the thing I duplicate. Huh. Gain Recycle 1 and +2 damage. If I put that on the Blunder Tank, would the Blunder Tank, when it's played, see the junk destroyed in hand and then attack? Obviously, I could just have a Gear Hammer that's really, really powerful that recycles consistently, which is what I'm going to do. But I did want to know the other one as well. Do I get a second copy of the Gear Hammer now? It's a big Gear Hammer. Not being able to use those Gear Hammers would be a nightmare, though. Whereas not being able to use the Sunsong box is much more comfortable. Infinoko. Ugh, there's a Makoko here, unfortunately. When hit, gain teeth. Don't like that. Do not like that. Ooh, got a junk in hand. Big fan of that one, though. So the Porcupine in the top line would be attacked in 3 turns' time by Sneasel. And then someone named Sean, if I barrage over the top of that, would go quite well indeed. So I think that's right. Let's get the counter down first. BG is just casually increasing the amount of bomb they'll give to a target. Love it, love it. I do want BG also to have the Pinkberry Juice. They're going to need to be able to take more hits over the course of this. So Sneasel deals 2 damage to Porcupine, and then someone named Sean is going to attack through, killing them. Unfortunate wee buff for Infinoko there. The fact that BG will get attacked twice before this starts, I think means I Sunlight Drum the top line just to get closer to another relevant turn. Because, yeah, BG responds by making the enemy very, very big. But a single Gear Hammer will now take them out. And ideally I can cycle for a different Gear Hammer to be the one that does it. And we do. Get him. Do I want the Infinoko directly attacked after that? I think I do. Like the idea of putting down a Junkhead in anticipation of Infinoko. Continuing. If I put you on the bottom line, I can start working on the porcupine. If I put you on the top line, I'm not really accomplishing anything with you this round. I kind of want to throw BG back and then recycle right now. I'm gonna need more health over the course of this battle. Gonna have to get it from somewhere. And if I play the gear hammer on porcupine, I'm basically just staying until the next rounds. Yeah. So there's the trash in hand that triggers my ability to use the gear hammer, which would kill this Infinoco, but then porcupine gets to attack through. But there's no way I can let Infinoco attack, so I think that is the correct play. Goodbye, Infinoco. What? You're still there? Sneasel draws us another card. Oh, it's Pinkberry Juice. Neat. I want that. I do want that. So Makoko on the top line is about to... In fact, we're about to get two junk in hand, which is very nice. If I put down the Blunder Tank, I could even have a Sunsong box go off next round for a lot of value. So I'll do it. So that would now be something along the lines of Sunsong box on the top line forces through 6 damage to all of those positions. Frostinger then destroys Junkhead finally, and then Makoko attacks. Well, no, the Makoko will hit the Junkhead, as the Blunder Tank is going to kill Frostinger. Does this really accomplish anything for me? Next turn, Infinoco and the Frostinger are both trying to attack. What am I going to do about that if my Junkhead's dead? Maybe I need to keep Junkhead around. Does feel like I really need to kill Frostinger to prevent their damage this round, though. So my name's Sean, living on the edge, 1 health. So the Frostinger is going to attack for 1. Then Infinoco is going to attack both of the front positions. And Makoko. Honestly, probably most threatened by Makoko at the moment. I think I could freeze that Makoko here. We would lose Sneasel as well as Junkhead. Actually, Frostinger attacks kills Junkhead, and then Infinoco attacks kills someone named Sean, so... If I don't block with something additional here, we do just lose them. Gonna put Nom and Stompy on the top line. A couple of cards got destroyed there at the absolute least. I could destroy a trash this turn. Unfortunately, Porcupine's response would kill my board. I could use a Sunsong box right now on someone named Sean. Unfortunately, then they die on the top line. This is like our best play, it looks like. I know Biji's back in the draw, but I don't want to get to her yet. What if I did just withstand enemies for a round? Gave myself pinkberry juice right now. Infinoko is a problem in a turn's time. Pinkberry someone. Named Sean. All of these turns feel bad. We feel so far behind the ball. And the Sunsong someone named Sean. Now I really need to draw into Biji right now, which I know I can do, thankfully. Now I only have one unit on the field, really. Infinoko, you're attacking every 2 rounds. That's really problematic. Unfortunately, at that speed, I can't do anything about your current onboard units. I can't do anything about your future units either. If I kill one thing this turn, then I have to kill the other thing next turn, and then you kill me the turn after because I do not have any additional cards. So the best I can do then is I can Gearhammer this Porcupine to buy myself the next turn's attack phase. I redraw this turn. Hopefully getting something relevant, which we do. Pinkberry Juice saves us this round. Oh wow, I Sunsong box someone named Sean. And then I Sunlight Drum. We attack first. Oh boy! Oh, what a nightmare! Everything's injured! This is gonna be a problem. Drawing additional cards would be really helpful. More cards in hand, what combo with each other? Yeah, I see that. By the by, I did mention, like, as soon as I saw Biji for the first time, as soon as I saw units that have, you know, increase when hit for the first time, oh, I can target them with junk. It still passes a turn to do that. I know it's a thing I can do. That doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be the best thing I can do. Really want to cut a couple of the gear hammers out of my deck and try and lean into this whole junk build. All it takes is me finding another card that has recycle on it for me to be over the moon. Please. I've got this and then I've got a shop. I've got a couple of opportunities. There's the ICGM. Trigger multiple times equal to your current scrap. There's Bling Bank and there's also Mimic. I think it's either the ICGM or Bling Bank here. I feel like I'm going to struggle to get Blink Bank out, considering how much of my stuff is already about setup. I'm going to take the ICGM. I also don't know if I'm really going to be able to use that yet, but we may find the opportunity to use it coming up soon. Blaze Tea. Add Frenzy, increase counter by 1, and consume. I mean, Frenzy on BG, Frenzy on someone named Sean, Frenzy on... I mean, Blunder Tank, but you don't have a counter, so we can't increase it, so we can't do that. All of those look good, except for the one we can't do, because we can't do it. GG's Gizmo. Add 1 scrap to a unit. That's the ability to get the Blunder Tank to take an extra hit, ICGM, the Junkhead. Also, it recycles when junk is destroyed. When each junk is destroyed? Or when junk is destroyed. So if I take 50, 130... Yeah, I'd be able to take GG's Gizmo as well as a charm and a crown. Bomb charm. Apply bomb. It's probably got to be someone named Sean, right? And then a crown, and then GG's Gizmo. Yep. I'm really not a huge fan of what I've done to them. I'm just gonna have to play very, very, very risky. I do want to get the Blunder Tank out as soon as possible. Only 6 left over, fair enough. Let's make our way to the next battle. Anything else I need to be aware of? Uncrowning BG to get a crown on Nom and Stompy instead. They're only doing 5 damage at the moment. Oh man. This is going to be a real nightmare. Oh well. I painted myself into this corner by trying to play a specific kind of way. Let's see if I can withhold it for any period of time. Or uphold it rather for any period of time. Okay, we only have 1 junk in this hand as well as 4 cards that recycle. Rude. When hit, apply a Demonize to the attacker. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. The fact that the Jab Jodes on the top line both intend to attack for, 4 damage total makes it very easy to play a Pinkberry on BG and keep BG around that way. Do I need the additional damage right now is, I guess, the question I have to ask myself. Or do I just need to cycle past all of my recycle into, instead, all of my junk? It doesn't feel right. This feels a lot better. I'm gonna use a Sunsong box on someone named Sean in the top line. Blunder Tank attacks, but it's fine if it gets demonized. It doesn't have individual instances of damage. I can count down on the top line in order to get someone named Sean But then I would have 3 recycle cards and nothing I can do with them in the next round anyway. So I have to redraw right now. Now BG applies 6 bomb. I wonder if it might be imperative that I get the ICGM out as soon as possible. So it has the possibility of even going off. No, I feel like the ICGM is probably just going to be a big block in this one. I think I've got to get Stompy and Sneasel and the other boring units out. Let's get a Junkhead to block this one instance of damage here. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. 4 more damage coming out on the top line. I could just have someone named Sean stand there and tank that. Pygmy here on the bottom line threatens to deal 0 damage, frankly, to all of the targets, but give them a Demonize. I actually think I do want them probably to target all of the targets they're currently targeting. I feel compelled here to cycle. I'm gonna need to get back to my recycle cards and use them effectively here if I want to actually have a chance. Jabjo's going to attack 2 times. Unfortunately, that will kill BG if I put BG out front. I guess Nom and Stompy would be able to take that hit right now. Currently, GG's Gizmo could give a junk to the Blunder Tank, also giving it the ability to attack. Dealing 11 damage to Gok there on the bottom line. Don't love it, but I'll do what I can do. Pygmy's applying even more of the Demonize. Could get another junk with that. Eventually that is going to be necessary. If I use a Gear Hammer to take out Gok here, I can reveal Jabjote to 7 Bomb, making Jabjote very easy to take out soon. Gok in the backline on the top side is very threatening too. I almost wonder if I have to play the ICGM this round. Alternatively, I can try and cycle, get to more of my recycle cards, be ready to use those. Just accept Gok going down this round to BG's massive over attack. Or I can get BG to... No, if BG does that on the top line, Jabjote doesn't really care. Yeah, I think I forced the redraw right now. Muttonhead, when snowed, apply 1 frost to all enemies. Neat. So as long as I can kill this Jabjode on the top line, which I can, as long as I murder a junk this round, the Blunder Tank will attack, killing the Jabjode, and then Gok will respond to the Junkhead, giving me another trash. And then, in fact, Nom and Stompy will start attacking through, help us deal with the Jabjode down here. As much as I need additional health on units, I also don't think it actually saves our life ever right now. Again, you can do 2 damage and then 1 damage. I guess if I played a Pinkberry Juice here on the bottom line, it wouldn't be that bad. But I don't kill the Jabjode on the top line, so that would have to be next turn's play. Still worth thinking about. Alright, Sunsong on somebody Sean. Who now threatens to really give the what for to that top line. Seven, 8, 6. I feel like I'm going to be sacrificing someone in front of Muttonhead next round. But Bijie also doesn't need to be hit right now if I can avoid Bijie being hit. Like, it's not giving me strength. In fact, if I put the Blunder Tank on the bottom line, I could just have the Blunder Tank take out Jabjot this round, preventing Bijie from having to deal with that. Unfortunately, unless above 8 health, it's not going to matter against Mutton Chops soon. So yeah, we're definitely going to be using blockers for that part. I could even put out Sneasel right now, who would get the Demonize hit and draw a card for us, cycling us into our new deck. Which I actually don't dislike. But if I don't play something that consumes junk, I don't kill Jabjot, so everything suddenly becomes terrifying again. Unless I put Sneasel down and just let it draw 2 cards. Then someone named Sean's response is how I try and deal with this bottom line. The junk, unfortunately, will be destroyed before someone named Sean will attack, so I won't be able to get 6 damage through and then just have 5 damage plus the bomb, so 7 damage, 6 damage, 13 damage, take out Pygmy. That would be the best, but we saw the order of how those work in the previous fight, or at least I think I did. I think I got that tracked correctly. I guess I just should have put the Blunder Tank on the top line there. Oops. Okay, Jabjot's only attacking for 2. Muttonhead on the top line is attacking for 4, but can be hard blocked. Someone named Sean will be killing soonish. Sure. I'm gonna use a gear hammer to kill Mutton Head. Blunder Tank will kill Pygmy off the back of that too. I lose my gear head. Other than that, we're all good. Bijou has the ability to apply a large amount of damage to an individual target here. We keep all of our injured units. This is gonna work perfectly. Well, we actually managed to bring this back. Woo! I didn't think we were gonna. I thought after that many injuries in the previous fight, that was just gonna be it. That was gonna be all they wrote. I would love to cycle here and get a barrage up on that top line. Oh, and we do. And we do. Yeah, I'm just gonna Sunsong box. Early 2 combo. Sunsong box on someone named Sean. Draw 2 more cards. Mutthead attacks on the bottom line. Sneasel kills on the top. And now Sean responds by murdering both of the enemies. Get him, buddy. One more Wii combo there at the end. And I emphasize Wii. Tiny little bit of value there, but a lot of recoveries from injury. The ability to remove more cards from this deck and make them more consistent. Hello. I like that. I like the idea of getting specific charms on specific things as well. A couple spring to mind as particularly powerful. I don't know if I can munch before I get more power, so I've got to go for some charms, I think. Pick a new item. If Bomb Barrel had Recycle, I would take it, but it doesn't. Tutorian. Trigger random ally. Lose a scrap. Triggering the wrong ally at the wrong time is pretty terrifying for us. You having a counter of 4 that we don't have the ability to easily lower, also not great. I may go for the Storm Globe here, give myself a second source of frost. Don't love that, didn't really increase my potentials. Hello, adventurer. I have some rare charms for sale. Please take a look. I can afford one of them. The Frost Hand Charm. I can't afford 5 from each kill or Greed. Ooh, Greed's a good one. Greed would be really good. Apply a Frost to the targets that you strike. I mean, honestly, putting that on someone named Sean is not bad. Scrap Pile. Gives scrap and snow. I mean, realistically, that's not what we want. I guess I can take the Frost Hand Charm. That on someone named Sean would be a little bit helpful. I do need to reduce the amount of incoming damage. Thanks, Charm Merchant. Oh boy. Alright, what do you do? Gain Smackback! That's huge. Oh wow. BG smacking back every unit immediately. How do I get you as much health as possible? I mean, Smackback on someone named Sean would be ridiculous as well. Smackback against an entire barrage line. Nom and Stompy just smacking back the unit that hits them would be really powerful also. Just immediately destroys the unit the majority of the time. Honestly, BG might be the worst target for it. I legitimately think Nom and Stompy need to be holding this. It gives me immediate on-the-board potential and power on a unit that can actually afford to take the damage. Whereas my others cannot. They cannot afford that. Don't love the... Gonna have to take out Marrow here on the top line ASAP. I do need Junkhead out before I cycle. Yep. Real shame. I need to kill Marrow as soon as possible as well, so... Right now, I think I have to draw. No choice on this one. Grumble's gonna give us a junk in the next hand, so worst case scenario, I was missing out on junk, but now I'm not. As it turns out, that was actually about to happen to me. That was gonna be terrifying. Use the Sunsong box on someone named Sean in the top line. 5 damage through, push another 5. A Gear Hammer would be able to destroy this target right now, unless we don't have that. I could put Nom and Stompy on the top line and just let them respond, killing the target instantaneously. And I do want another junk here. So yeah, Nom and Stompy goes out on the top. And kills Marrow in response before BG attacks. Which is great. Now Smog's got that whole aimless to all of us on the bottom line situation that I don't love so much. Of course, if I just let them attack Nom and Stompy has smack back specifically, which means that they will attack Smog. Love to get more damage on Sunsong, from Sunsong rather, on someone named Sean. I think this might be the right opportunity to do it as well, so I throw it out. Blonde tank attacks, gets the Goblin, Nom and Stompy responds. Now I don't have to worry about Thorns on... Sorry, I don't have to worry about Aimless on every unit. I do have to worry about Thorns on the Pawpaws if I ever manage to hit them. So Grumble is also about to attack Nom and Stompy and then get hit in response. And in fact, die in response to that. I don't have any additional junk in hand. Pawpaw says, when hit, gain 3 Thorn. That's a lot of Thorn. Don't want to see that much Thorn yet. But I do want 2 units killed this turn. Although I guess I am already killing 2 units this turn, so I don't really need to matter that much. It's just, it's also not worth me doing the redraw right now, so I may as well... I don't want to hit any yellow units. Sure, I'm the Sunlight Drum the top line. There you go, push the damage through early. Get a combo on response. Let's cycle. Yeah, both of these units are a wee bit of a nightmare. Pawpaw is going to strike Nom and Stompy, who's going to respond, killing Pawpaw in a single strike. Love that. Top line unit, though. How do I kill you? Boy, I would have loved to kill both of them in the same turn. I don't think I can. Oh, I can, but it will kill Nom and Stompy to do so. Pawpaw attacks, killing Junkhead. Biji attacks Pawpaw, dealing 1 damage. Nom and Stompy gets attack. Pawpaw attacks Junkhead. Other Pawpaw attacks Nom and Stompy, gets attacked back. Nom and Stompy then naturally activates. I kind of want to throw them back. They're so large. They're so large. They're so worth more value than they currently are getting. I could even just put a Biji on the bottom line, just reveal them to that hit. I think Nom and Stompy do need to go back into the deck. Unless... Am I okay with losing Blunder Tank right now? If I'm okay with losing Blunder Tank, that doesn't need to happen. We can get the combo. Wait, is there a best of all worlds where I use GG's on Blunder Tank attacks, kills Pawpaw, their round occurs, Pawpaw attacks and dies in response? Yep. Blunder Tank kill, Nom and Stompy kill, combo kill. Whee! There's the resummon on Morjaw. Add aimless to all enemies, so we don't know who's going to be hitting that Pawpaw in the backline. Obviously, I would like to Storm Globe Morjaw, get myself a couple of turns, being able to fight a little bit independently here on the board. I'm going to do that. Storm Globe on Morjaw. Just quick making sure that I'm not going to be ending around there. Excellent. Someone named Sean is currently intending to attack through. Currently looks good on board. Although, I only get to attack through both units if I use a Flask of Ink on Smog on the bottom line, so I will play a Flask of Ink on Smog on the bottom line, removing Aimless. Pawpaw is about to hit Nom and Stompy, and in doing so, die. I don't want that to happen just yet. I'm gonna use the Sun Song now on someone named Sean on the top. Great. Definitely a cycle here. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill Pawpaw and Smog on the same turn. I think that's still worth doing. Blunder Tank gets through. Biji sets up even more bomb on the target. Morjaw is now threatening. However, I can Snow Zook to slow you down and take you out as well. Neat! I'm feeling pretty good for this one, and I just didn't think I was gonna feel okay by this point. Charmer and additional units, definitely charms for us. Hook Charm, gain Yank. Interesting. I'm going to put that on Flask of Ink, because I think often the unit that I hit with a Flask of Ink, I do want to deal with, you know, whatever they're otherwise capable of doing as soon as is possible. I guess I could have held on to that for a moment, because I am about to go to a shop where I might have found something better. Mini Muncher. Destroy a card in your hand. Gnomelin. That's actually a really good way for me to just get rid of junk for free. Berry Blade for some health to a frontliner of ours as well. Grabber, Noomlin, Yank. Everything except Grabber here really appeals to me. Molten Dip for some extra damage. I mean, honestly, that on Blunder Tank and someone named Sean is nice, but it's not important. I definitely take Mini Muncher. I think I need presence on board more quickly to establish control. Do I? Because Berry Blade and its charm, right? Or a crown. So the establishment on board really is saying, like, I'm getting someone named Sean out, I'm getting probably Bijou, but realistically maybe even Nom and Stompy at this point out. My support for their health is so minimal. Berry Blade some immediate damage to a target. Probably taking the Berry Blade. Charm will help me decide. Yeah, tick. I mean, realistically, I probably want to put the 2 additional damage on my champion, someone named Sean, because I know I'm going to have them constantly. I know they've got a relatively low counter. I know I'm using them for a lot of everything. I will take the Berry Blade. I do think I need some additional healing to try and support what I'm currently trying to do. Definitely does just need to be you, Sean. I'm pretty nervous, though. Krunker! Backline, Bombard! Let's see what we can do. I have 3 recycle cards left in the deck, as well as all of my junk, as it turns out. I could prevent Krunker from bombarding, but that would just mean they deal 8 damage to 2 specific lines of the front of our field, which I do not want. Nom and Stompy should definitely go out. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that Krunker. Like, I'm just gonna have to sacrifice some units to it. In 3 turns time. 2 turns time. This is hard. Barraging through and making them weaker doesn't necessarily help me that much. Pinkberry could keep an additional unit alive, but it can't keep the Blunder Tank alive. Gonna mini munch the Sunlight Drum. Sponsor having Smackback is kind of annoying. But it's not going to be the thing that really causes us doom. Although I guess both of the frontline units have Smackback, so the Blunder Tank's not capable of doing anything. I probably end up throwing the Blunder Bank back into the deck in order to just get it to dodge. Which means Pinkberry juice this round and then re-roll next round. Yikes. I don't like this. This is not nice. Yeah, I'm gonna throw the Blunder Tank back in the deck not to lose it. And then try and find something worth a damn to do with the turn. Which is most honestly probably cycle. We kill one unit there as well as lose a ridiculous amount of HP. If I get someone named Sean to attack on the bottom line first, I deal damage as well as apply bomb, which then makes BG also deal damage. Got a junk in hand as well. In case that becomes relevant. Not that it is. Good Junkhead out and Gizmo. Junkhead does need to go out soon. So something like that's not awful, but unfortunately it still gets Krunker hit. It's time to snow Krunker. Snow Krunker like no Krunker. Yep, get frozen. Okay, Grink on the bottom line will die to Nom and Stompy if I let Nom and Stompy do it. Spuncher also says when hit, gain Thorn. I don't love that. That unit's gonna have enough Thorn to take out pretty much anyone who tries to attack it at any point. But I'm gonna need to cut through it eventually. Do I need to cycle right now? Get forward to the Sunsong box. Sunsong box has the ability to then make something Sean attack next turn. If 2 units die this turn, or 2 cards get destroyed, then Nom and Stompy is going to attack. They'll die against this Buncher in having done so. I think maybe I need to throw Nom and Stompy back right now and then cycle. If I don't have Nom and Stompy big and healthy, my life gets real hard real quick. It's possible I instead wait for the junk in this hand, which would then give me the ability to recycle 2 cards. But no, I just need to draw as soon as possible, so it just comes down to, do I want extra junk in the next hand? Probably not. I redraw. Oh my god, Nom and Stompy. Thank you. Oh, you lifesaver. So if Nom and Stompy goes out on the bottom, I can have it smack back against the Sponcher, take 5 health off of it, setting it up for someone named Sean to be able to kill it in the next turn. But I do need to block additional damage here on the bottom line. Yeah, so this was going to be the next turn kill. In fact, if I use Berry Blade, I can get extra health on Bijie. Bijie can also take the 2 Frost happily. And then... Oh no, but Bijie will respond against Spuncher first. I'm looking to use Berry Blade on Grink. No, I guess that probably is best with Nom and Stompy in that position then. Okay. Sunsong Box goes on someone named Sean, so I attack before the round begins. Unfortunately, Grink is then dealing 1 damage and taking it back. Oh, God. I hate these spike walls. I will get a mini Muncher to eat a junk, giving me another destroyed unit. I'm gonna use a Berry Blade on Krunker to set the limit down. We're now in the position where I think the correct play now is to throw Bijie back into the deck. In fact, if I throw Bijie back into the deck, I don't have to worry about anyone taking the damage here. I can just position things correctly. Bijie goes back into the deck. Junkhead go here. Spunk. Grink. Kronk. So I just need the ICGM on the top line, blocking 1 instance of damage. This Grink blocks another. Nom and Stompy gets hit and hits back. Alright, let's cycle. Applies 4, silencing the effects, and then yank. Would I be able to pull the Krunker to the front with that? I lose Nom and Stompy, unfortunately, if I do this in the wrong order. Gosh, this fight's getting real hard. I think I need to throw Nom and Stompy back to get additional health on them again. In fact, the yank would just kill Krunker. but then I don't know if the new form would necessarily be that much better for me, and then Nom and Stompy will attack the spike wall and die against it. Which, you know, I'd like to avoid. Throw Nom and Stompy back for some health. Alright, I'm gonna use the Sunsong box on someone. Splits Krunker. I get attacked back. Thankfully, I got to weaken you before you attacked. Krunker is currently targeting 2 of its own units. Love to see that. Unfortunately, it's also targeting me. Don't love to see that. I'm gonna need as much health as possible on someone named Sean to continue. Otherwise, I have to worry about every time the enemy smacks back whether or not I die. I don't have that long to figure it out, but I really need to know if Flask of Ink will actually manage to pull Krunker to the front line. It'd help instruct a lot of the things I want to do. I can freeze Sponcher here for 3 turns, let the Krunker go off against lines that don't really care. I think I will do. Now, if I don't silence that spike wall to prevent its smackback, I do just lose. It's still silenced on the top line, so I'd really love to attack there more commonly. I'd love the Blunder Tank to be out on the field and be able to use it. Alas, can't do that, so we'll do what else we can. I could kill this Sponcher, I just don't think that helps me as much. I want to get the pinkberry juice out again, realistically. Or get to Nom and Stompy as soon as possible. Another unit will actually be able to attack. I definitely can't afford to let Sponcher attack. So I could kill that with the hammer. And then roll. That's probably the way I have to go about this. I mean, Sneasel would be able to draw a card. And I wouldn't have to lose the ICGM. But I don't have any additional junk in this hand either. Yeah, I gotta draw. Oof. Really trying to eke out every milliliter of value here. So currently a gear hammer helps me take out the spike wall on the top line and actually starts revealing the Krunker to be dying. You do only have smackback, so you counterattack after taking a hit, but if you've died, you can't do that. So I guess if I attack this turn, I should be okay. And indeed we are. So now there's a Krunker in the front line with 5 damage it intends to do. I can block that with BG, as well as buff BG. Watch Krunker hit itself 2 times here. Thanks, buddy. And that reveals them to a easy gear hammer kill. How tricky do I want to make this on myself? Do I want to try and get combos or anything like that? It seems like it would be pretty easy to line up. So gear hammer, yank, and then play. Yep. Gear hammer. Oh no, Krunker's gonna murder themselves here. Yeah, Krunker's dead this turn anyway. So, oh, and I'm not even gonna be able to kill one of the other targets on board, unfortunately. Bah, bugger. Fine, I'm gonna just use the Krunk to take out Krunker. The junk to take out Krunker, rather. Companion limit or redraw bell counter. Yep, let me just quickly choose that one, thank you. Another charm or another piece of gear. I'd love health, but how likely am I to find it? I'd really like health. Bombarder. Trigger against anything that is hit with bomb. Frostbite Shard. Reduce the target's effects by 1 and consume. Trigger against anything that is hit with bomb. On someone named Sean? That's a lot. Totem the Goat. Before an enemy attacks, apply a Demon Ice to them, and then they get smacked back for 1 trillion damage points. I'm gonna take the Bombarder. Trigger against anything that is hit with bomb. Yeah, I'd like to get that out as soon as possible. A crown would be lovely. Biji's crown? Maybe it's the Blunder Tank's crown. I've really wanted the Blunder Tank to be powerful, but it seems like every single time I've drawn it, it's been the wrong time to draw it. You know what? I'm gonna give it another opportunity. Let's go to the next battle. Oh, it's the Hogs! Hello, Hogs. Good to see you.
Oh, yes, it is so good to see you.
I definitely like the idea of getting Nom and Stompy down here on the bottom line. Next turn has the ability to kill both of those hogs. Go Hog Wild. Or I kill the one on the top line. Nom and Stompy responds to that hog, and then these hogs add a bunch of bomb charges to Biji. I'm worried about the warthog. I could get Junkhead down early. Just be ready. Could get Pinkberry Juice down early. Just be ready for that. Ultimately, the first time I'm going to deal with a Warthog is after I draw my Frost, so it's not going to happen for a while yet. I'm going to use Pinkberry on Bijou. Smack back on the top line. Now we've got Frenzy to deal with on the bottom line. Bijou's now applying a ridiculous amount of bomb constantly. I can use the Berry Blade to restore some of that health to Bijou. I guess this really comes down to whether or not I want to use the Mini Muncher. Lower some of the incoming damage this round. So it would kill the Hog. By destroying that Sunsong box. So worried about that Warthog. Nope, I just got a cycle. Hey, we found the freeze. Nice. So now, so long as I freeze this top line, I can let Bijou just gain more Frost. I don't know, do I want them to respond? I guess there's also the world where instead I use a flask of ink, allowing me actually to strike the Warthog on the top line unrepentantly. No, I'll keep the flask of ink for the next cycle. There's going to be another Warthog I need to deal with. I'll Stormglobe this Warthog. Get as much bomb out of them as possible, and then blow them up. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. So someone named Sean, for this top line, I feel like you need a Sunsong box, and then I'm going to have to Flask of Ink the other Warthog. That is also going to cause this Blunder Tank to attack, so I'd like that to be on the top line. Flask of Ink on the Warthog. Ooh, that actually also revealed it to the front line. Forgot about that. It's got Yank. Neat. Let's draw. Someone named Sean is about to attack through. Unfortunately, not killing this Warthog. It's actually a problem. Trigger against anything that was hit with bomb. Oh, but this Warthog doesn't have smackback, right? That's fine. That's the one it's okay not to hit. Yeah, I want to get the Bombardier down. It'll finish the frontline Warthog. Hog intends to attack 4 times? Love that. Then BG's gonna hit a target for 13 bomb, and then they're gonna get murdered by the bombarder. So if I wanted to kill 3 units this turn, I'd just throw damage at the top line? But also the blunder tank can just hit the top line. Like Noomlin, one of my cards in hand, trashing a card. And then Gear Hammer to throw the junk. Trash the Sunlight Drum. The only other play is try and freeze the Goblin to keep it around for a round. I don't really believe in that as a mission. Right now, at least. It was aimless. It was aimless and it hit the back line 2 times in a row. Why was it? Why was it aimless? It just had a charm on it, I guess. Oh boy. Yeah, Sneasel should definitely go on the field. Bombarder, significantly less powerful right now. Well, actually, I need to freeze on that Warthog. I have to freeze that Warthog, probably cycle right now as well. I do have a junk in this hand. How much health does Nom and Stompy need right now? Not that much. So Blunder Tank is the first thing to trigger when junk is destroyed, so it'll kill Rockhog. And then on the top line, these hogs will deal 4 damage to someone named Sean, who will then respond by killing all of them. And on the bottom line, this hog will also die to Nom and Stompy. Four times combo. Love it. Razor on the top line now intends to threaten us with 8 damage. Oh, this is hilarious. So if I Berry Blade you, I actually get back up to full health. And then get to smack you back into the hell? Into hell, maybe? Into hell? Because you'll be dead? Yeah. Get him! I feel like that went pretty well, especially considering the VG loss there. Duplicating a card from this deck. Or do I want to munch too? It'd definitely be the other Gear Hammer plus something else. And then there's a Gnome Traveler after that, who I'd have to decide whether or not that's worth my while. No, I think here I'm gonna... Oh, immediately stalled out. Don't know what I'm gonna do, actually, as it turns out. Can we go the Shade Sculptor and dupe a card? You know what? Get a second Junkhead. Gonna need more active in-play trash in the deck eventually. Also just 3 more blocks. It's pretty good, actually. When destroyed, deal 8 damage to enemies in the row. Definitely feels like that should go on one of the Junk's head. I'm not super confident going into this final fight. I've taken a risky style of deck. I don't feel super well prepared. Fizzle is here, dealing, you know, on a counter of 3 bomb. It's ridiculous. Killing bomb as quickly as possible seems a very good idea. I'm going to throw the Gear Hammer that's also going to recycle, triggering Blunder Tank. I feel like I'm just not going to have the chance to play the Bombarder over the course of this fight at all. Junkhead has to go out. Sneasel gets attack for 8 on the top line.
If Fizzle does remove Junkhead, maybe 3 trash in hand right now, which is a lot, but it does give me the ability to send the Blunder Tank to attack again. Alternatively, do I have an alternative?
Because Sneasel's just gonna kill whatever's on the top line. And I can only freeze 1 unit this turn. Big Berry Bro is threatening to attack for added health to all of the units on board, as well as attacking 3 times aimlessly.
oh no.
So even if I freeze Fizzle,
I let Big Berry Bro attack. If I freeze Big Berry Bro, Fizzle attacks, kills.
goes through, targets itself. Unfortunately, on the top line, the only thing I'm capable of doing is letting Blunder Tank die. Otherwise, I lose. Which then means I have a bunch of junk in hand and Blunder Tank is gone. But do I have anything else I could theoretically even do? Not really. Oh boy. against anything that's hit with bomb as well, so the Bombardier would have attacked the Junkhead. Hey, I don't love it, but I would like to live, please. Definitely need to kill the Big Berry Bro as soon as possible. I'm gonna need to cycle. There's Nom and Stompy. Mega Mimic, trigger whenever an ally attacks. Just an unfortunate amount of attacks coming out. We try and freeze that. Prevent its response this round. Also throw out a Sneasel, draw a card off of it. Give me another unit that will be a bit comfier chumping. Could also try and use a Junkhead to block that Mega Mimic, which actually looks like a better play right now. So I know the next end will have a Sunsong Box and Junk. I know if I play a Sunlight Drum on the bottom line this turn, I can kill the Big Berry Bro next turn. Unfortunately, Mega Mimic is also going to respond this turn if I do that. I can have it respond against Nom and Stompy, who'll smack it back, and then I just have to throw Nom and Stompy into the next cycle. Oh my god, this is so much better. I get to use the Berry Blade to kill Big Berry Bro and heal Nom and Stompy by 6. Then, BG applies some bomb to the enemy team, and then I also deal more. That's good. I weakened all the enemies, but unfortunately now I am inked for a round. Not that that's going to matter. Top line, we've got Sneasel and Tentacle both intend to attack soon. That said, I think I'm set. I Sunsong on someone named Sean. If I Sunsong someone named Sean again, Sneasel attacks this round for 5? No, that's too much. I could just Pinkberry Nom and Stompy. Oh no, wait, not all of the damage comes through, because as soon as I use the Sunsong Box, Nom and Stompy attacks, taking out Sneasel in the front line. That's what we want to do. Then we get our response, and then we get another hit on Gibberish before their turn. Good. These are good. Nom and Stompy could be given a Pinkberry Juice at this point, giving them the ability to not only take no damage to Gibberish, but also respond with 10. And considering how hard health is to come by, this is good. Right. Righteous. Correct. In fact, I think I even throw Nom and Stompy back into, 14 health. I can throw Nom and Stompy back into the cycle before redrawing to a new deck. Possibly getting Nom and Stompy immediately. That would be nice. That would be nice. While we're talking, let me offer you some free advice. Talk less. What? Smile more. Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for. I'm not going to continue. I almost commit. Sneasel? That Bigfoot in the back line's kind of threatening me right now. The majority of the time I just let it hit the Junkhead here is the intention, at least. Right. We're down to the point now where Sneasel's gonna take it. I could cycle, and I think I should cycle. I think I need some extra health on Bijie, and the best way to do that right now is going to be a Berry Blade on Mr. Gibberish. Full healing Bijie. As well as giving the enemy a Frost Guardian. That intends to immediately attack. Rude. Thankfully, the response from someone named Sean will just wipe the line. Love that. 3 damage taken on Bijie, and then Bijie gets to respond by weakening, or giving bomb rather, to the Frost Guardian. I think I'm close to having this. Do I want more bomb applied, or do I want to draw more cards? I think one of the key questions I have to deal with at the moment. I want more bomb applied. I play Nom and Stompy on the bottom line. Solid top line removal there. Am I okay with losing Nom and Stompy right now? Because I have to be if I'm about to use Gear Hammer on Bigfoot, let Bigfoot attack Nom and Stompy responds by killing Bigfoot, then Uber Bear attacks Nom and Stompy and kills it. It's also probably not time to stop caring about the Flask of Ink, so I can burn that out of hand. Time for a big redraw. I can protect myself for 4 turns, 4 attacks rather, with the ICGM. That's probably what we're gonna do. Sneasel to attack on the bottom line, drawing a card as well as helping to starting to work through the spike wall. I'm gonna need to be able to withstand 4 damage instances here on the bottom line as well, so Pinkberry on Biji. In fact, if I put someone named Sean on the bottom line, I could use my Sunlight to have someone named Sean hit the Uber Bear, take it out immediately. We also weaken the Spike Wall so it only responds with 3? Yeah, only responds with 3 damage against someone named Sean. And 4 damage against Biji. But I start getting more units off the field more quickly. I like it. Makes it far easier to remove the Sneasel, or remove the Spike Line with the Sneasel. Oh, cycle. It is definitely time for a Berry Blade. Get all that extra health on Frost Guardian on the top line. And then I'm going to Sunsong Box on Biji in order to help count down. Get even more bomb on the boss. And now pretty much anything will kill them. I actually can't play any of these. I can play the Mini Muncher to chomp one of the others, and I'll chomp GG's Gizmo. But the other ones need a recycle that I don't currently have access to, so I just have to redraw. We made it! Could have been a lot better, but it could have been a lot worse. Get him, Sean! Woo! That's our first 2 Dreadbell victories. First 2 Dreadbells victory. There we go. I feel like it's taking me a little bit more time now to analyze a turn to make sure that I don't accidentally die, but it's working. Use smack back to kill 4 enemies. Damn. Did not manage to get that over the course of this run even. Let's head back to town so that I can see what we have unlocked here. Modifier Bell unlocked. Modifier Bells provide additional challenge. Yes, this is the Titan Bell. Harder boss rewards, but harder boss battles, but item rewards will contain more options. I'm so deeply, deeply interested to see what that is in the next episode. Until then, my name is Rhapsody, and the name of the game has been Wildfrost. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There is a playlist in the top left, YouTube recommendation down below, stream past the names of the people who are generally supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. I reward the thank you, and a special thanks this episode to someone named Sean. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.